So you might be starting your Making Tax Digital journey and you're looking for ways to fight this reconcile number down to Xero all of the time. And of course, the bank feed's bringing in all those transactions as your sole trade or potentially your landlord. And you want to kind of have it so it's a split. There is a cool little feature which I'm going to show you today to help you with that, and it's called a bank rule. Now, one of the things you might say to me, well, Justin, what's the point in bank rules? And I've put this transaction here, which is a bank fee. And you can see because Xero has dealt with it every single time, it's learned, hasn't it? So it makes it really easy for me just to press OK. Now, a bank rule is just going to apply that. And what I would generally say is that a bank rule is particularly useful where it's a more complicated transaction where we've got maybe a different split. Where I personally use a bank rule really effectively is for my rental property. One of them comes to mind. I've got a £950 a month rent. I pay a letting agency for probably 8 months of the year. All that is deducted off that rent is the management fee. So I've got a bank rule to say, actually, if this amount comes into the bank, which is, I don't know, it's about 680 odd quid. I can't quite remember what the exact number is. To basically, gross it up to the 950 and then apply this as a set management percentage. And it means I don't have to go in and press this add detail button. And it's really, really effective. So if we just go and find something, and I was thinking about showing you on, where is this? The Central City Parking transaction. We've got this options box, and you might be thinking, actually, I could do this. So we press create bank rules. Now, what we want to do here is basically set everything up. Now, the first thing I would say to you here is the payee equals, in this particular, Central City Parking. That might sound really logical, but sometimes when the bank feed runs, it brings in a reference number. So it actually doesn't have an exact match every single time. What I tend to do is I use the starts with. Occasionally, I do use a second condition as well. If I've got a lot of transactions from a particular place, and I only wanted to pick that one element from it, I might have it so it's matching to an amount, for example. That is, or only deal with that if it's 12 quid, basically. I think you get the idea of the logic. Just try and think. And if it's not running, think, why isn't it running? And I'll show you where you can find all your bank rules as well, because obviously it's not particularly obvious once you've set one up. Now, what we want to do is we want to assign that to a contact. So we find our Central City Parking contact. We basically say, right, every single time. I tend, sometimes, actually, in my letting agency example, I tend to use this particular box where I'll put in the rental income, which in this particular case, this Xero is, I'd put that in at 9. Oops, it's easy. I put that in at 950, and then I would have another item which would be my letting agency costs. Obviously, would be no VAT, like that. And actually, this will take a negative number in here. So let's say the management fee was minus 180, takes me to 770. So it would only run potentially if it's 770. That's a perfect example where I would absolutely put in that only run this bank rule if it was a value of 770. Otherwise, it might try to do some weird and wonderful things, basically. Now, quite often, that's not what I want to do. Central City Parking, that's not what we want to do. So if we delete those out, I'm more interested in using this remainder box down here, which is just a parking fee. I basically want to add it to the travel national nominal, and I'm going to put it in as no VAT. So daisy, there we go. And a region, this demo company is using what's called a tracking category. But this is really simple. 100% of the value goes into travel national. It's got no funny splits or anything like that. I've seen some quite complex bank rules that try to deal with loan repayments, separating out capital and interest. They never get them 100%, but actually they're getting them sort of 95% of the way there, which is still pretty good for management account reporting. We've got a little bit of control here that actually we can run it on during the bank reconciliation, which that's where setting the reference, and then adding the bank, we can actually do it so it works across all bank accounts. So if you've got a credit card, debit card, it's actually quite a good idea to basically say, do this on all of the bank accounts. And then once we're happy, we can save it. We've given it a name there. So now when I come back into the bank line, bank reconciliation, we can easily see that there it is, and there's our bankroll. What I can do at this stage as well is I've got just check that it's actually I'm happy with it, basically. If I'm decided that it's done something it shouldn't have done, I can press edit the rule and go and look at it. Now, what you might find as well is that you're like, oh, actually, that's a transaction. I never thought that situation would happen. And you just press don't apply the rule, and then you're back to where you started from. Of course, bank rules are a great way. We're doing a reconciliation into a nominal code where we haven't necessarily got a sales invoice or a purchase invoice. Where we've got sales and purchase invoices, we tend to be matching them up. Try and just think logically about bank rules. The option is absolutely there. And there's another one as well. And if we are happy with them, we can press OK. Now, you might find you've created a bank rule. You come to do reconciliation and you're like, that's not working. Well, what we do is we go up here, and if we go into accounting and then go into bank accounts, you can find this button here, which is manage bank rules. And you can go in there and you can find all of your bank rules listed as well. There's a little tab at the top, which is easy to miss, is that it's taken me directly into the spend money rules. If you've done one for receive money or a transfer rule, then you can go in there as well, and you can go and sort that out as well. The one thing I'm just going to take you back to, and the next video, and I've got to flash that up on screen now, is going to be about this new feature that Xero's brought in to do with auto reconcile. And you can see it's prompting me saying, do you want to turn on auto reconcile? What does that mean? I think that needs a couple of considerations before we turn it on, but it is absolutely game changing. And I think as long as you understand it, then you can potentially use it. And your bookkeeping is almost done by magic. And I'll talk to you about that in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye bye.